Today on Brilliance Business TV, we have the incredible Dr. David Kubes. Dr. David is an international lawyer and entrepreneur. Stay tuned. Hey, Dr. Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. I'm not quite sure what was happening there. It took a little while for the intro to kick in, but mistakes happen and we just keep on going anyway. So today we have an incredible guest, Dr. David Kubes. I'm really looking forward to a conversation with Dr. David. And we are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're also on the E360 TV network. We're also on USA Global Radio and Television Network and Business Innovators Radio Network and MSP newsglobal.com. Let's bring in our incredible guest, Dr. David Kubes. David, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Hi, Mark. I'm very honored to be your guest today. Welcome.
I'm looking forward to a conversation with you today, David. So let's get started with the show. Let's talk about the wake-up call that changed your approach to business.
Oh, well, as a lawyer, I became a lawyer because I loved negotiating and dealing with all these different cultures and being involved in worldwide projects. And I always thought that everyone would be a lawyer because they love what they are doing. Until that one day when we were preparing a big closing of an aircraft financing deal, and the leading lawyer just didn't show up. And 2 hours later, the secretary called and said he dropped dead, having a heart attack on the way to the office. That was my wake-up call to go, wow, if what fascinates you and makes you happy drives you into a heart attack, something must be wrong. So I was looking at, okay, I don't want to end like this. I want to enjoy life and take care of myself, and don't, just override myself and stress myself out to the degree that something like that occurs.
Yes, that's just so sad, isn't it? So there was some obviously stress going on there, some kind of stress in the life. Let's talk about, David, peak performance without pressure. I think that's a good way to go into that from where we have just led from.
Yes. Well, stress. What is stress? Actually, stress is a natural superpower that mankind came in with thousands of years ago. We needed this turbo button to press because we needed to run away from wild animals in order not to be eaten. So over the year and with all the evolution and technology, we don't need to save ourselves anymore from being eaten by wild animals, but we still have that turbo button. So I think we are just abusing this button a lot, or we allow other people to push it. So I don't want to blame stress for all of this. Stress is a superpower as long as we're the ones pressing the button. And my idea is to have these peak performances when we want it, when we require it. But we need to get out of that idea that we have to run on superpower peak performance 24/7. Diversity is one of the most beautiful things we have on planet Earth. So why not have that in our peak performance or performing level as well? Wisely use the superpower stress, but don't be the effect of it. That's where I started hating to, and this is what I try to convey in my seminars and in my sessions when I talk executives. I don't want to call it time management because it's nothing about time. I really would like to call it being more self-aware of what's required when.
Yes, awareness is so important, David. And I do a lot of things to look after my mental health as well. So I use things like meditation. I do a pana meditation. I do breath work to calm my nervous system, and I practice mindfulness in the day as well. So yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying. And why does creative thinking die under stress, and how to bring it back?
One thing with the creative thinking is creativity just doesn't have office hours. What I always recommend is for people to not go into self-judgment when they arrive in the office and they are blank. When they plan on doing something and then nothing occurs. This is actually against nature. If you really want to thrive on your creativity, you have to have a level of self-allowance where you go, okay, it's just not the time to be creative now. I sometimes wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning, but instead of going, oh, I have a sleeping problem, I go, wait a minute, did I just have a creative idea? And then I just get up, write it down until I get tired again. But without going into the rightness and wrongness, why do we have to sleep every night? How long do we have to sleep? Why can't I sleep Monday afternoon instead of Saturday night? That kind of flexibility, especially for creative people. The most important thing for creative people is don't judge themselves for not being normal and literally allow their creativity to become the leading energy in their life. And of course, arrange yourself in an office environment and communicate accordingly and give people information when you are available and when not. But don't become the effect of someone else's systems or structures or working hours. Creativity is too creative to be put into office hours.
Who wants to be normal anyway, David?
I know.
So some people think they have to keep going, but what they really need is to pause. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I am one of those, and I was always one of those. I love to keep going. I always go on. I never give up. I never give in. I never quit. But that doesn't mean that you have to be doing something day and night. To keep going, to do and to take action is three different things. The energy of keep going is your mindset. I know I'm going there and I'll get there, but I don't care about the when and the how. That's the creative energy of keep going. You know that, but you're not too concerned about the when and the how. The doing is the part of the institution. You need to institute something. If you want to receive money, you need to open a bank account. If you want to have an audience on YouTube, you need to set up the YouTube channel. So this is the doing part, which is more like the administration. It's part of it. And then there is the taking action part. The taking action part is the part where you literally institute your ideas. But taking action doesn't mean doing. Sometimes the most powerful action you can take is to do nothing. Some things in life take time. Some things in life, ideas need to land somewhere. So
I'm just waiting a tiny little bit. Bear with me 1 second.
Yes.
I have you back. The signal went out there a little bit. I'm sorry about that. Yes, okay, David, I think the how and the when is so important in life, to not focus on the how or the when, and just fall in love with the process is really important. Fall in love with the process. Don't worry about the how and the when. Keep aligned to the end vision, but don't worry about the how and the when. And we don't have to work ourselves to death. I know you're a big advocate of this. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, one day we will die anyway. Okay. The question is, how do we want to live until then? I don't want to focus on, okay, one day we'll die. And then I go, well, but now we live. And what is a contribution to the life and living? And even workaholics, I consider myself as a workaholic. I enjoy working, but I also include my body. Our mind is so fast. You think 10 times faster than you can speak. So our mind, the creative power behind everything, is way faster than the body. What I always recommend is to include the fact that we have a body, that we include the fact that not everything is as fast as our mind, and then literally be aware that, okay, this is what I want, and this is my body. The body needs to move, needs to rest, needs to sleep, probably wants whatever other entertainment that the mind literally doesn't need. Our mind doesn't need to eat. Our mind doesn't need to rest. It's the body that requires all of that. So literally having body awareness as well, and include your body in everything you create. So you can, instead of using it, you can co-create your business, your success with your body, and including it is a way smarter way. It's like maintaining your car. We do this with our cars, with our phones. We charge our phones every night, so we have fully loaded battery during the day. Are you recharging the energies of your body once a day, as you do with your phone? Everything that we expect to work flawless needs a certain recharge of battery and maintenance. Do that with your body, and you will thrive into spheres and areas you have never even dreamed of yet.
I agree totally. It's about taking those moments to recharge. I do that with like meditation. I find that really good for me. And I love my breath work as well. I do twice a week, I do a 45-minute one. And then every day I just do like a 10 to 15-minute one. It's great for the nervous system as well. And also just focusing on your breath is a really great way to get yourself back into the present moment, and feeling your feet on the ground, and the weight of yourself on the chair, and little things like that to keep you in the present moment. Now, David, what kind of people do you support, and how can you serve them? Who do you want to connect with you?
Well, I literally support everybody who desires change in their life. There's nothing more beautiful than working with people who desire to change something, who have this fire burning within them to go, okay, there is more, let's explore it together. I work with CEOs who manage big companies and need help with stress and time management. I work with business owners. I work with private individuals. So everybody who knows there must be something greater available and require some help to literally have more ease. My point of view is that everyone deserves to live the life they've always dreamed of. There are no limitations other than the ones you think yourself. So people who are ready to go limitless, this is my audience. These are the people who desire that.
Unlimited, limitless beings. I love it. I would encourage everyone to connect with David. You can go to drdavidkubes.com. That's drdavidkubes.com, drdavidkubes.com. Is there anything we didn't cover that you'd like to share today, David?
Well, there was one method that helped me a lot recovering my batteries quickly. I do love yoga, Pilates, and meditation, but it just takes a little long. I discovered 10 years ago a brilliant technique that is available everywhere in the world. It's called access bars. Amazing hands-on technique where you literally recover. For me, a 45-minute session replaces 6 hours of sleep. This is one of the methods that I recommend to everyone out there. A full mental and physical recovery in as little as 45 minutes. For me, it gave me such a contribution to allow myself to literally handle these high tide phases in my work area, where I need a rapid recovery. So if you have any chance to find an Access Bars practitioner, try it out. It's an incredible gift that really changed my way of performing in my business totally. I highly recommend it.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because I find that quite interesting, David. So what is it that you're saying? Do you have to go somewhere for it?
Well, these practitioners, there are practitioners everywhere. There's a website, barsinbusiness.com. You find a practitioner. My practitioner comes to my office. They do the treatment on a massage table or in a gravity chair. You don't need to change. You don't need to shower. The practitioner comes, you lay down, they put your hands, they touch 33 points on the head. That creates an energy bar that deeply relaxes the brain. And a scientist who researched the technique found out that it puts the brain in the same brain wave as we have during deep sleep, 1 Hertz delta. So you literally, artificially and quickly put the brain in deep sleep mode and get the same recovery as if you slept really deep. And that not only recovers our mind, it also recovers the body. So after a 45-minute session, you just get up from the chair or from the table being, oh, wow, I just had a 6-hour sleep. Let's go.
Wow, that's brilliant. And what was the name of the company again?
It's called Access Bars, like the bar, BRS. And you find it. You find these practitioners. It's similar to Pilates and yoga. People can get a license and practice it. A lot of massage therapists or yoga centers already offer it as an additional treatment. Beautiful. And the website is called barsinbusiness.com. This is where companies are now using it as a wellness method to help their employees handling their stress level at the workplace. It's a really cool technique. Everywhere I travel, I look up a bars facilitator and book my session in advance. Since I have these sessions, jet lag doesn't exist. I have to fly to Houston tomorrow. Getting up at 5 a.m. European time, arriving at 5 p.m. Houston time, it's a long day. 7 p.m. I've already scheduled a session so I can be fresh and recovered for the dinner with the clients I have tomorrow night. So beautiful.
I think a lot of people in the world will be interested about that, Dr. David. David, I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you today. Thank you so much for being my guest.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for the invitation and thank you for your amazing questions.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The pleasure's been all mine. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Until next time, bye for now.